Okay, and we have our final filter here, which is the reverse effect. I've had many examples of all the different scenarios of EVPs in this presentation. I've been able to go over amplify, high pass, low pass, altering the speed, using the noise filter to remove background noise. One thing I've never captured yet is any type of reverse audio or reverse EVP. I've heard quite a few. Actually, the one we're going to use in the demo today I had to borrow from another paranormal group. They did actually find something that I found very interesting. I listened to a few. Few of them I don't believe from other groups. Some I do believe. This one I thought sounded kind of cool, just because it didn't sound so faked. So we'll go over this and I'll show you how the reverse factor works. Again, you have to be cautious with this, because if you remember, back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, all the rage was to throw your AC/DC album on your record player and spin it backwards. And we heard all subliminal messages in that audio. Basically, your mind just plays the sounds and connects them in a way that makes sense to you. So if you play any audio backwards enough times, your brain will hear messages in it. So I just want to be clear that this is not a subliminal message kind of thing. This is not the phantom word effect. This is actually something that sounds like it was an EVP captured in reverse on the audio. And we'll jump into the demo. Okay, we're going to jump into our reverse audio filter here. Let me get our demo file open, and I will give you a little overview of this while I'm going through our steps here. So basically, reverse audio, again, this is one of those odd phenomenon. I've never captured one. I actually had to borrow this EVP from another paranormal group who was nice enough to loan it to me. It's a good example of how something played in reverse can sound like an EVP. Again, it's all theoretical. Nobody really knows why or how it happens, or if it really does happen, whether it's just your brain connecting dots together again. This phantom word, phantom phrase effect. But it definitely is an odd one. And again, please don't get this mixed up with back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, when it was all the rage to play your AC/DC albums backwards on your record player to hear the subliminal messages. Again, that was phantom word. That was your brain putting words together in a certain way that it sounded a certain, made a certain set of phrases and words. There's actually sites, if you go out there and Google around, that show you the phantom word effect or different audio effects where they record a certain sentence, certain words forward, and they replay it backwards, and they know that these certain words played backwards sound like a completely different sentence. So there's all kinds of weird things like that. This one I listened to, I just found this one very oddly authentic, if that's a good way to say it. Just because of the way you hear the sound and then way you hear it in reverse. So let me play it here and listen, and again, you're going to hear a bunch of investigators, and you'll hear something that could be an EVP, just not very understandable. So starting somewhere about this range and backward, you'll hear the investigator stop, and then you hear something else towards this tail end. So let me play this again. So if you listen to it, you can hear there's words there, but they sound very odd. They don't sound like English. I mean, you listen to other EVPs, you can kind of tell that it might be words. It kind of has like a normal speech pattern to it, although you might not know exactly what it says. This has an odd sound to it. I mean, to me, who's listened to audio frontways and backwards and all, this does sound backwards to me. It sounds very odd and backwards. So it makes sense that, hey, it could have been backwards audio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight my whole audio, and I go up to my effects here, and we're going to just go down to the reverse tool. which the reverse tool simply takes the entire wave and flips it around the opposite way. So now we're playing the end to the beginning. So I'll play this again and listen. Remember, we were listening at the end here, which is now the beginning, so we want to be listening in this first third, which was the final third. And the investigators are down in this area back here. So this time you listen, I'll play one more time. You can clearly hear that there's something being said in the beginning, and the investigators are now talking in reverse. So the file's definitely been altered, in reverse. So let me play it one more time so we can kind of get an idea where our EVP might be. So I think I hear something in this range here. So again, we're going to combine our filters and use our oops, sorry, hit the wrong tool here. We want to make sure we go up here, get rid of our extra audio track that I duplicated, and we want to go up here and use the amplify. Let it amplify as much as it can, and we'll play it one more time. I think I might have reversed this, so let's go back here and try again. There we go. Yes, I accidentally flipped it. Sorry, I made a mistake there. We'll leave that in so you see that you do have to be careful in Audacity, and you can make mistakes clicking the wrong thing. So now we have our audio flipped around again, and I'll play highlight and play the whole thing through. And then you have your investigators in reverse. So what it sounds like is that there's a little kid's voice or something in here, and I thought it sounded like it said, "I'm not playing." I'll play it one more time now that you have that in your head and see what you think. "I'm not playing" is what it sounds like. So that's our reverse audio. And again, this is a phenomenon that doesn't happen very often. I don't think I've ever come across any of it in my videos or audio recordings. But definitely an odd phenomenon, and good to know how to use the reverse filter. So I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you again soon.